welcome. It's so good to see some new faces around here tonight. I'm going to read the meeting guidelines for our support group meeting tonight. Thank you for attending the Racing for Recovery. I'm so sorry. It's okay. You're fine. Thank you for attending the Racing for Recovery support group meeting. We are focused on maintaining a drug-free and healthy lifestyle. Since 2001, our open forum meeting welcomes parents, adolescents, recovering individuals, and anyone who supports our mission. Your suggestions, comments, or ideas are welcome to make our meetings the best that they can be. The Racing for Recovery support group meeting is a cutting-edge alternative to what is currently offered. By combining substance abusers, their families and their friends, and the public at large, we have created an environment that is beneficial to everyone that has been affected by alcohol and drug addiction. Meeting start time is 6:30, so thank you all for being on time tonight. Please turn off your cell phones and refrain from making any posts to social media during the meeting. Please, only one person speaks at a time. If you raise your hand, Ryan will take your name down and we will call you in order. We will gladly sign any of your attendance slips and you can get them back after the discussion. Honesty is required, please. Feel free to openly share your comments and your points of view on how substance abuse has impacted your life. This meeting is open to people of all ages and welcomes diversity. So please refrain from using excessive foul language and language that discriminates against any race, gender, religion, ethnicity, sexual orientation, or disability in order to maintain an atmosphere of respect and dignity. If you see a visitor, a new member, or a returning member that we haven't seen in a while, please welcome them into our program. Your confidentiality is important to us. However, please be mindful that this is a live stream meeting and it is open to Racing for Recovery members all around the globe. Please refrain from getting up and leaving during the meeting in progress. Please throw away your trash in the proper receptacles and just don't smoke.
Thanks, Kelly.
Sure. Are there any first-time attendees to our meeting tonight by chance? Yes, love that. So glad to see you. Welcome. Could we please have our designated reader for the guidelines to living a lifestyle of recovery?
Danielle.
All right, the guidelines for living a lifestyle for recovery. The lifestyle recovery guidelines are intended to be utilized by recovering individuals, their families, and anyone else who is striving to avoid substance abuse and achieve sobriety. Guidelines: 1. Recognizing that substance abuse ruins lives. 2. Wanting to pursue positive alternatives to substance abuse, such as our education, employment, quality relationships, health, and fitness. 3. Using resources such as friends, family, teachers, and peers as a way to achieve and remain sober. Adding sports, art, or music to these resources will help us stay focused and motivated. 4. Defining balance and working toward making it a part of everyday life. 5. Building self-esteem and confidence through sobriety to combat negative feelings regarding oneself. 6. Understanding that negative behaviors of isolation and self-pity lead to self-destruction. 7. Lifting up a person is different than allowing them to continue their destructive lifestyles. Be there for yourself and be patient with your friends and family. 8. Learning how to help without supporting the addict's behavior. Providing assistance to a recovering individual that will improve their lives and not further their usage. 9. Recognizing personal challenges and integrating them into our lifestyle as challenges to triumph over. 10. Caring for our personal, emotional, physical, and spiritual individuality is the source we use for our sense of worth. Each person is truly magnificent. Our mission at Racing for Recovery is to prevent all forms of substance abuse by promoting a lifestyle of fitness, health for all those affected by addiction.
Thank you, Danielle. Appreciate that. I think we'll skip right on over to some announcements from Tim.
Me, I'll do them. Hi, everybody. Let's see here. Monday, we have our book study support group from 4 to 5. They are currently going over the Creating book. The public is welcome to that. It's pretty cool, some good stuff in there. Tuesday, we have the men and women's support group meeting, which is also open to the public. That is from 4 to 5. Wednesday, we have the Bedford Alliance Church Recovery Group. That is from 6:30 to 8:30. It begins with the dinner being served at 6. The shuttle bus leaves from over at Siegel Suites over here promptly at 5:15. Thursday, we have our free plant-based dinner and music for all group attendees, and that is from 5:30 to 6:30. Can we give a shout out to Chef Dean and all of the kitchen volunteers? Did anybody not get enchiladas today? You didn't? They were so good. I'm so full right now. Alright, so our signature live support group meeting is from 6:30 to 7:30 today. That's available in person and live stream on Facebook and YouTube. Bring friends, family, neighbors, anybody, bring, we love them. So let's also give a big shout out to our tech crew. We have Herbster and Matt.
Yay!
On Saturdays, we have our community connections here. That is from 2:30 to 5. Friends, family, kids, as many people as we can get to come out, have fun, games, pool table, movies, football. It's awesome. Sunday, we have the Run Walk support group meeting from 8 to 9 at Wildwood Metro Park. Also, the Bedford Alliance Church service is at 11 a.m. The shuttle bus for that leaves from the Siegel Suites again at 10:15 a.m. sharp. Check out all our books. We have the 100, it's a coffee table book, picture book, really cool. Do No Harm, Creating, there's also the workbook that goes with that. Choices and Consequences, Racing for Recovery from Addict to Iron Man. And I don't see the, there's more than one way to get to Cleveland tonight. And then we have a couple documentaries there. Ryan, what are the names of those documentaries right there for you?
Please do. We have Running with Demons and Addict.
Thank you.
Welcome, Tim.
Also, if you could follow us on social media, the video of this meeting will be available later on tonight. And if you could, check us out with Google and Yelp and give us some pretty cool reviews. Thank you.
Please do.
Thanks, Tim.
Thanks, Tim. Oh, let's see here. We're gonna do introductions next. You do not have to identify as an alcoholic or an addict, but if it's helpful to you, feel free to do so. We just wanna know your name. We wanna know why you decided to join us today for this meeting. And I think a question that would be fun to ask tonight is, I find a lot of memories linked to scents, fragrances. I'm wondering if possibly you could tell me one of your favorite scents of fall or something that you enjoy smelling or reminds you of fall. I think that would be fun. If anybody wants to share that. Which way are we going? We're gonna go right over here to you, sir. Back to you. Yeah.
My name is Sam. I've been doing individual counseling here for a couple of weeks. This is the second, group meeting I've been able to make it to. And then was it best?
Scent?
I like hot apple cider, so it's my favorite one.
Yeah.
Nice.
You're up.
This is what I do on Thursday, and what reminds me of fall is sweaters. I love sweaters wearing the fall.
Very cool.
My name is Jeff, and this is part of my routine. And this place helped me change the way I think, and that changed everything. So, as far as the fall, I think for the third meeting in a row, I gotta say, give me pumpkin spice everything. Okay?
Thanks, Jeffrey.
Like, just part of my routine for the week. Staying clean.
Hi, I'm Danielle, and I'm here to give and receive support, and I would have to say the best fall scent would be apple cinnamon.
Hey guys, I'm Michael, and this is part of my recovery every week. And overall, I just like the smell of all the cookies that you expect.
I'm Austin. This is home. This is where I like to come on Thursdays. And mine would have to be pumpkin pie.
My name's Cody. That's what I do on Thursdays. Hang out with my peers, my community, meet some new people. It's nice. I'm gonna go with hot cider and donuts when you go picking apples and stuff. Yeah, that's what I like.
Hi everyone, I'm Casey. I'm here to listen and learn, and I like this. I guess like in the fall and winter, I like the smell of curry. It's probably not like a local fall thing, but like Japanese stew curry from home.
I'm George. This is what we do on Thursdays around here. You know, it's part of my routine. I'm gonna go a little deeper into November. I'm gonna say the smell of that oven going on Thanksgiving.
My name's James. I have to say pumpkin pie.
Good to see you, James.
I'm Kenzie. I'm here because this is my second family. And my favorite scent has to be a wood burner.
Yes.
Hi, I'm Blaze. I'm here because this meeting is in alignment with my wellness journey, and one of my favorite fall scents is burnt marshmallows.
I'm Bree. I'm here because this is part of my recovery journey, and my favorite would be apple.
Hello, my name is Mark. I'm here to give and receive support, and my favorite scent would be After It Rains.
I'm Melissa. This is what I do on Thursdays. It's part of my routine. And I have to say anything pumpkin. Anything that has to do with fall is anything pumpkin.
Yes.
My name is Demontre, and this is my second time coming around to meetings like this or wherever. This part of my journey of being, keeping a level head, not being cloudy. And I like when the leaves change colors and they fall off the trees.
I'm Cheyenne, and this is what I do on Thursdays. And I would just say, kind of like what Kenzie was saying, like the burning wood smell.
I'm Robin, and I'm here to learn and grow, and I like pumpkin spice.
Destiny. I should have raised my hand. This is my first time here. But this is not my first time being back, to be honest. I would say anything in like a Christmas cookie kind of flavor, like scent, I love Christmas.
I'm Heidi. Just trying out different meetings. My favorite scent would have to be pumpkin spice.
I'm Jared. I'm new here, so it's like I don't know, second, third one of these. I like the smell of like when the leaves fall.
I'm JJ. I'm here because I get to be here. Smells. Being from South Dakota, it's the leaves falling, the dried out cornfields, all that kinds of stuff. And of course, once again, I'd like to say hi to Patty for watching with us tonight.
Hi, Patty.
Who's that, Patty?
Thanks.
I'm Mitchell. I'm here because honestly, I don't know what I would be doing if I wasn't here. I love everybody here. My favorite smell of the fall is like 8 o'clock in the morning, like that crisp air just before it starts to get warm, but you can smell the dew, you can smell the leaves and the earth before going about your day. I don't know how to captivate that.
I love that.
I'm Jason. I'm here because I haven't been here in a couple weeks. So I've been at work and I need to be here today. And sweet potato pie.
I'm Terry. I'm sorry, I'm Terry. I'm here because these meetings have been a big part of my life, recently. And I wanted to try a new one, so I decided to try this one.
What's your favorite scent?
Oh, my favorite scent, pumpkin spice.
I am Heather. I'm here because this place has shown me what a home is supposed to feel like. I truly feel that way, and I am not a fall person. I am all about Christmas. So sugar cookie, just all the Christmas scents, and Bath and Body Works does a wonderful job of encapsulating them.
Hi, Tony. I'm here supporting my best friend like I always do. My scent probably pumpkin pie.
Hi, did I miss anybody?
I am Ryan. I'm here to be with my peers, no drugs or alcohol, so I can keep the signal clear. I have to agree with the leaves falling on a cool evening or morning. Just that change when they start to dry out.
Yeah. What would you say?
Sure, I'll go. My name is Tim. This is part of my journey, part of my lifestyle. I really enjoy being here. It's hard to narrow down what my favorite parts of fall are the smells. The first thing that comes to mind though is, so after you get the leaves all raked up and they've been sitting there for a while, and then you gotta go take care of them, and you get to the bottom, you turn it over, and it's like all that wet, nasty looking stuff, but the smell of those leaves that hits the air reminds me of being a kid and being in the woods when the weather turns and it's like this cool, crisp, maybe there's a fire somewhere you can smell blowing through the air like somebody's got a bonfire going, all of that. Take all that.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking for, right?
Yeah.
Thank you, Tim. Hi, I'm Kelly. I am here because this is what I do. I have for some time. I vow to continue to do it every Thursday. This is my place. I think that probably along the same lines of Ken's and Cheyenne, I like a campfire. I love the smell of wood burning. I just love that scent. It reminds me good memories. And yeah, it's just a good scent. I like that a lot. Okay, could we please have the designated reader for the answer?
I'm Bree. The answer, running from misery, trying to escape the pain. As I approach the light of hope that lies before me, each step overwhelms me, every breath sears my throat. I ache, my body rebels against me, my memories torment me. Agony has become my closest companion. My demons mock me as I dangle helplessly above the abyss of alcohol and drug use. The voices all sound the same, criticizing, accusing, blaming me for what has happened. They don't understand. They don't care who I am. I'm a human being, full of thoughts and feelings. I'm worth saving. Just show me the way. At last I reach the light of promise. There stands the answer. Open arms, understanding smiles, and looks of trust. And so it begins, racing for recovery.
Thank you, Bree. Okay, last week I forgot to ask, so I want to ask this week and not forget if there's anything that anybody would like to talk about before we get started. Something that's heavy on your heart, something that you want to share, anything at all. Go ahead, Heather.
I just want a round of applause for Ryan for being up there. That's all.
I think I'm a pretty lucky gal tonight, that's all I have to say. That's it, we'll leave it at that. The rows between. Anybody else have anything they wanna talk about their week or Kent?
I'll go for it, Kelly.
Thank you, Kent.
I had court today. And for the past year, I've been told to focus on myself. I never thought that I would have to come to the point where I would have to give up some custody of my children to their father to actually focus on myself. That was one of the hardest decisions that I've ever made in my life. But I'm glad that I got to make that decision willingly, and the court system didn't have to make that decision for me. And I'm grateful that I have a man in my life that will take care of my children, and that they're in a happy and healthy place, and that he's allowing me to get my mind right and stay sober and be as supportive as he tries and knows how to be. It was just a bittersweet feeling to finally recognize what I need in my life.
Wow.
And I know that you've been telling me for the past year to focus on myself, but here we are.
I'm so proud of you. I didn't expect that. Bittersweet is a good way to describe it, I think. My heart is heavy and I'm still so proud of you. And especially the part about having their dad who is going to be there to take care of them and make sure they're safe. That you're able to say that too is amazing. Happy for you today. You've come so long, babe. So far. Thank you. Destiny?
I am currently 3 weeks clean from alcohol. This weekend I am taking my lovely girlfriend over here to meet my son. First time. Kinda scared. Just a little worried, you know. I don't know what to expect. I mean, her parents want me to come over there to see them and hang out with them and everything. It's just I'm scared, like I've never been so far from my son at all. It's kind of like it's kind of heartbreaking, to be honest. I've been depressed, stressed out, you know, not really sleeping that much or basically eating as much. Just going through a lot. And I don't have the support besides Heidi that's been there for me since day one. So I thank you for that.
I appreciate you sharing. You're on the right path to starting, right? Appreciate you sharing. It's good to see you back here.
Thank you.
It's great to see you back here.
So I can relate on the mom thing. My youngest is now a toddler, but when she was a baby, I took her with me from rehab to rehab to rehab. Thought I could do it with her, with me. But all I was really doing was focusing on her, not me. My addiction got pretty bad, and I used to be angry with my mother, but now I am grateful that she called my daughter's father to come get her. Had her for about a year. He's an absolute amazing father. He's so attentive to her every little need. She's developing so well. We co-parent better than I ever thought we would. And separating from her is really what has been needed to be done in order for me to get better. Last Sunday was probably the most difficult thing I've had to go through thus far. She's starting to understand that when Daddy shows up at night on Sunday, that it means she has to leave Mommy. And she's like 2 and 2 months now, 26 months. And last Sunday was very difficult parting with her. She got very upset. She was not happy to see Daddy like she usually is. She just realized what's going on. And I just seen it happening kind of before it happened. It was kind of in slow motion. Like I could see by her behavior that it clicked. She's starting to understand that. She has to leave Mommy and go back with Daddy. And she was very upset and crying. And I just said, she doesn't want to leave, just take her, go. You know what I mean? And I just told him we need to do this, like ripping off a Band-Aid from now on. I told her father, let's just do it quickly from now on. Let's just, me hand her to you and you just go. So maybe it'll help her not get so emotional. And I come in the room and of course my wonderful roommate, she already knew what was up. And I was crying and I was very upset. And I kept telling myself, for the longest time, it wasn't supposed to be like this. But you know what? This is exactly how it was supposed to be. I believe in God, and I believe that He makes no mistakes. And He has planned this out perfectly. His plan for me is perfect. If I'm being quite honest, I should be grateful I get her on the weekends. Because if I were me back in the day, I would have taken her from me. I would have taken her, 100%. I would have come into that home and I would have taken her. So I am just grateful that I still have full custody, and that her father's not trying to take that from me. And I'm just grateful all the way around for the ability to have the perspective that I have on the situation and to have gained that perspective so quickly instead of sitting in it and being upset and sad and letting it torment me. I was able to flip it and realize that this is how it's supposed to be and that's okay. So I just heard the ladies talking about being a mom and I just had to chime in. And Kenzie has been an inspiration to me since the day that I've gotten here. That girl truly has loved me until I've learned how to love myself. So I have no doubt that wonderful things are coming her way for her and her children. Thank you.
Thanks so much for sharing that. It's very vulnerable. It's a great place to be able to flip that mindset from feeling devastated to then feeling blessed for what you do have, finding the gratefulness in things.
And embracing and the support here is the reason why I'm able to do that.
I agree.
And my willingness.
I agree. Thank you so much, honey.
I finally came to the conclusion that when you say that we don't have to identify as an alcoholic or addict. For the first time since in my sobriety, I've come to the realization that I'm not an alcoholic. An alcoholic is a person who drinks excessively, and I no longer drink, so therefore I don't have to identify as an alcoholic. I've been in the rooms at AA, and I was so accustomed to saying that I'm an alcoholic. Being here, I done realized that that's no longer. I have my sobriety and I don't drink anymore, so therefore I'm no longer alcoholic. And I just like to thank this program for letting me realize that.
Thanks so much for sharing that. It's a great feeling, isn't it?
It was awesome.
It is. Okay, if no one has anything else they wanted to bring up, everybody talking just now, I think, played right into a very simple topic that I wanted to just throw out there. I spent the last couple of nights with my oldest daughter and my two grandsons over there. And last night, something I haven't done in a long time, just made a nice big family dinner. The grandsons absolutely loved it. I baked dessert. We had a dance party. It was so much fun. Talked with my daughter a little bit about some things. And along with the gratefulness that I try to find in everything, I just thought, this is what sobriety is to me. This is exactly what I wanted out of becoming sober. The memories that I made in just the small amount of time being there, the different things that I've been able to do. It's made all the hard work worth every hour, worth every week, worth every year. Things that I've learned here and the gratitude that I've learned to show here. So I guess I just was hoping that anyone that wants to share what sobriety means to you, as you already did before I even threw out this topic, what it means to you where you are now, some changes, and what it means to you maybe that you're hoping is going to be. I know holidays are coming soon. Anything all that you want to share about what you're wanting sobriety to be for you, what it means for you. That's what I was just kind of looking for, a topic like that.
Well, the best way to describe the future is to describe the past a little bit. In the past, sobriety to me was unnecessary. It didn't have a place in my life. Nowadays, I don't know what my life would be like without sobriety. Like, and honestly, I know, you know, it's a little cliche to say, I suppose, but like I genuinely, like, I think back to those days, and how miserable I was. You know, sobriety now, I have memories that I can remember. I have games that I went to that the other day I was talking about the comedy show we went and saw at BAC, and I was like, oh yeah, it was the first comedy I've seen, like, clean comedy or anything. Come to think of it, it was actually my first comedy I've ever seen live. And, you know, just the conversations I have with people, the places that we go, like park trips and whatnot, and reconciling with some of the things I did back in the day. And for the future, I would think that it would mean that those things, the dreams that I do have now, that I either have gotten back or newly developed or what have you, would, in the future, I would think that sobriety to me would mean seeing those dreams come true. You know, it wasn't what I thought in every way, shape, and form. It was not what I thought it was. It's something far better than I could ever have dreamed of back in the day. I don't know, it's just...
Appreciate that, Mitchell. I know I had said that after being here for a while. I didn't realize that being sober could be fun. I didn't know that it could be fun to go to the volleyball games. I didn't know that you could go to a comedy show, because I went last year or 2 years ago to the comedy show at BAC. I didn't know that you could go there and have a really good time and not have to be drunk before you went there, and laughed and laughed. The things that you can do and the memories that you make. That was part of the conversation last night with my daughter after the kids had settled down, was the things that I can remember now. While I was drinking, I always still attended things. I tried to hide it. I was there, but I don't remember much of any of it. And now to remember the little dance party and them eating dinner and dessert last night, it's something that I will remember always, and just felt right and good and the way it's supposed to be. Yeah. Appreciate that, Mitchell.
Austin. To me, sobriety is taking that rocky, hard road less traveled to get the beautiful, successful results in life that I've always dreamed of, but never knew how to achieve. I'm so glad to be able to make the connections I have here without drugs and alcohol, because I never knew I could do that. Have the events that we have and remember them the next day. That's just a blessing, and I'm so grateful for it. And I never knew any of this was possible because, like my friend over there, I never saw it as necessary. But ultimately, it has become the best thing I have ever done for myself. I'm grateful for myself, and I'm grateful for this place, and I'm grateful for the connections I've made here. And without stealing your word, sorry, man, I don't know where I'd be without it. So yeah, with that, that's all I got.
I appreciate that, Austin. Thanks so much.
Kenzie?
Hi. So one thing, well, a lot of things. Can you ask the exact question again, Kelly?
It was pretty much what does sobriety mean to you was what I was throwing out there. But again, it can mean what you're hoping it to be, what it's been so far, how it's changed, just what sobriety kind of, if you could sum it up however you want to, sweetie.
Okay. So I've been trying to write things down because Herbster tells me to. And things that, like in my sobriety, I look for peace, happiness, fully loving myself, being my authentic self, healthy self and kids, having support and supporting others, healthy boundaries, loving what I do as my career. I don't ever want to work again. I actually want to love what I do. And feeling good in the mornings. And I'm so thankful that I don't get bruises anymore. Drinking all the time, I would get bruises where people would think like something was wrong with me. Really, I was just an alcoholic that had low iron. So it's just really nice to feel better about myself physically and mentally. Because once I started getting myself around more mentally, I started to physically feel better. So that's my goals in sobriety and what I think sobriety is.
Thank you so much, Kenz. Appreciate you.
Next up, we have Cody.
Yeah, a little bit of what everyone said. It's just, even you, it's just nice to remember things I've done and things I used to do. And now I actually have dreams and goals and aspirations again. I'm not just living in the bottom of that bottle. I'm not, doing the old loop-de-dee-loop spin downwards. It's nice to, so it's like, in complete ignorance, I used to be one of those guys, sobrieties for the week, stuff like that. Because I was such a drunk and such a stoner and just not living my life properly. I didn't believe in myself. I couldn't do any of that. So going on this journey further and further, it feels good. I feel physically good. Yeah, like they said, it feels good to wake up in the morning and not, hurt or wonder what I walked into, or remembering you drove home that night is nice. Things like that, the basics, but more like the future of what is I never thought was possible can now be attainable. So that's what it means for me.
Yeah. I say that often, where I'm at now, and I'm looking forward to going much farther, is somewhere where I thought I would never be, to feel good about being sober, to not want to drink and go back to that, to be trusted by my family again, to be trusted with my grandsons, the trust that I get back from my family. When they need somebody to pick up the phone and call me and really, know that I can be there for them now. Yeah, it means everything to me. I would never, ever wanna go back and never imagine that I'd be back here again. I really didn't. Yeah.
Sobriety to me is knowing that no matter how small or big something I'm going through is, I don't ever have to go through it alone again. Sobriety to me is knowing that, sobriety to me is being able to take the things that I'm learning here and deliver them to my 18-year-old to help her as she begins her journey as an adult. And it's also, sobriety is also knowing that my 2-year-old will never know me drunk or high, ever, period. That is just not something that's going to happen. And sobriety for me is knowing that my connection with my higher power, my higher power has my undivided attention. Now that I'm sober, I'm able to devote my mind, body, and spirit to my higher power to the best of my ability. I'm not perfect by any means. I've been working on being obedient lately in my spirituality, and it can be tough sometimes, but it is definitely worth it when I lay down at night and I know I did what I was supposed to do.
Love that. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate that.
I'll chime in though. I've been listening to a lot of you guys and I can relate in so many ways, from the parenting aspect, to being back in the beginning, almost like not knowing what to do, hearing that feeling of being alone. But sobriety to me was, or is to me, it's letting go of a lot of the weight that I had that was holding me down, and moving forward in a way that I was able to move, that was finding me happiness in the littlest things that were popping up around me, that I was fortunate enough to have pop up around me. The first part of my sobriety though was letting go, accepting that, and accepting my sobriety head on and like fully embracing it. Once I started to do that and showed up for myself consistently, good things started popping up. The little things with my daughter. And I think that, hearing Kenzie and Heather speak about their children and being okay where you're at right now in life is, I commend you guys for that, because I've been through that and it can be very discouraging, but at the same time, the payoff is beautiful. It takes it took me a lot of willpower to sit through that, and when I was consistent with myself, the benefits, the prize started showing itself. So I encourage you guys to keep moving, in the same direction that you're going. Sorry, the names threw me off there for a minute, but overall, like the sobriety, like for me, I've heard it, though I had to be messed up, had to be under the influence to go have fun, whatever. I think it takes all of us, different time frames. Some may not achieve it in a very long time, but there's still instances where I might not be laughing on the outside, but inside I'm giggling, you know what I mean? So it's a process, but I think we all can do it, and I know we all can do it. And we're all sitting here for a reason, and I don't know, I see all you guys, and yeah, I like seeing you guys do it. Yeah, who's next?
I appreciate what you said, and about the part where kind of like where you start to do the right things and all of a sudden the right things just pop up. That was just kind of a line when I got here. And it really has seemed to happen, even if it's the littlest things that we now appreciate. We did something and we noticed something really good popped up. I really appreciate that. Yeah, that's what I thought about when you mentioned that.
Robin?
Sobriety means to me that I don't live in the darkness anymore. Just knowing that I am loved, I am worthy, I am a thriver, and I am a good mother.
Aw, thank you so much for sharing, sweetheart. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Mitchell?
As I was sitting here, I thought of another thing that sobriety to me is, and it's a tie for first. In listening to my peers talk about things that they've had to do, and I was thinking about things I've had to confront so far, and I will have to confront so far, and so on and so forth. You know, sobriety to me means that all of us, not just me, can face those things now without detonating, and that with not only the help from staff and so on and so forth, like there's a lot of help within the peer realm, peer to peer, and that just is amazing how much, you know, we lean on each other to get through some of the hardest things we have to face, and that's just something special that I hope everyone in the world can at least experience once in their life.
Thank you so much, Mitchell. I appreciate you.
Me? Yeah. I'm up. I originally had wrote down the first couple things that came to mind was being able to sit still, new discoveries, and going after new goals or achievements. And then I was starting to listen to a lot of other people, and some other things started flowing into me. And one of the things that hit me is I was thinking back on, you know, even when I was still drinking, you know, I would have days here and there where I wouldn't drink and, you know, go do something fun or something like that. And I look back now and I was still so stuck in this fog that even though I was sober at the time, I don't remember a lot of it. And part of what makes sobriety so good for me right now is being able day to day. I can remember like 6 months ago something fun I did. You know, it's sustaining that little bit of sobriety in order to let that fog lift, and almost being able to get my free will back. You know, I don't have to roll over in bed at 3 o'clock in the morning and wonder where my bottle's at.
Yeah.
You know, that like I don't have to think about those kind of things anymore. And it's just it's overwhelming to me sometimes on, you know, I don't do that anymore, and being able to refocus and not have to worry about any of that. And Ryan, you kind of touched on it also. Something that I've picked up on the last, I don't know, a couple months or so, is being able to watch other people who are starting to enjoy themselves too, and they're starting to come around and actually feel like, you know, for some people, sometimes it's, you know, the first time in their life they've ever felt like anybody, you know, and it's cool. It's heartwarming to be able to watch others develop into that kind of thing. It's good stuff.
Thanks, Tim.
Yeah, I've loved the community and watching it change, and still watching, always having good people here and knowing that you aren't alone. There's always somebody here that you can reach out to. No matter, people come and people go, there's always somebody here. This community is has changed a lot for me in the community. When they said it's like a family, it definitely, I still keep in touch with, you know, a few of the people that were here in the beginning, and it feels like family. It's not just words. It really does.
Austin.
A lot, for me, a lot of reminding myself what sobriety is in the small victories. Like, I'm just gonna list a few. I have my best friend that I met sophomore year. I haven't talked to him in over a year. I got him back last weekend. My mom hit him up for me. And she's like, he misses you. And he immediately texted me and was like, you wanna go DoorDash for the next 4 hours? I ain't got nothing to do. And it was like nothing changed. We were back to being brothers, and it was the most beautiful thing in the world. 90 days ago, the mother of my child, she didn't want me talking to my child, and neither did I, because of what I was doing. Now I can just text her and be like, hey, are you busy? And it's no, why? Do you want to talk to Aurora? And it's an immediate phone call. My mom sends me money now for cigarettes or just to buy a phone if I can. And that's a huge thing, because for the last, I don't know, she used to send me like maybe $5-10 here or there because she knew I couldn't do much with it. But not today, she sent me 30. And that's not a lot, but it's also still, it's a huge thing. I have that trust back, and I'm building those bridges that I burned so deeply. And, it's just, those small victories are what keep me pushing right now in early recovery. And it's nice to finally be able to see the beauty in it instead of the melancholy.
Don't apologize. Don't ever apologize for that. It's you notice that even the small things, how much they really do mean, and it's the trust. It isn't about the amount of money; it's the trust.
Yeah.
And just stop buying cigarettes with it, okay?
Soon, that's the way. It's the eventual plan, I should say, not soon.
I'm kidding. I'm just kidding.
Heather.
I'm awfully talkative tonight, aren't I?
Good though.
Things must be going pretty good, huh? I was thinking about what Austin was just saying, and man, it's great to be my best friend's best friend again. Instead of calling him, oh, I need a place to stay, or oh, I need cigarettes, or oh, I haven't eaten in 4 days, or oh, this happened, and oh, that happened. Now it's, hey, how you doing? How was your day? And it's not transactional conversation anymore. We can sit in the car and just have a conversation just because we're best friends. He doesn't have to worry at night whether or not I'm okay. The same for my parents. They aren't waiting to get that phone call anymore. That's sobriety to me. 100%, for sure. And building relationship with women. I never thought that I would get so close to women, because in the streets, we just butted heads. I was around nothing but men. And the circle of women that I have around me between here and BAC is incredible. We move mountains with our spirit and our support. It's a beautiful thing to be connected with women today.
We are kind of the best.
Yeah. We really are.
On that note, Herbster would like to say a piece.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Please.
What does sobriety mean to me? It means a lot. So I get to recover out loud, so people aren't dying silently. Means I get to pursue my purpose. Means I get to live internally well, not just externally, and get to live a good life on the inside, and hopefully that reflects through the outside into others. And I'll take every chance I get to talk about my sobriety, and like I said, I'm gonna recover loudly. That's why we have these rooms. That's why we have these platforms, so we can recover out loud and others can have hope. So sobriety's meant forgiveness. Sobriety's meant family. Sobriety's meant opportunity. And I could go on and on, and I mean, we could be here a while. Because sobriety gave me a life where I get to live. And I was just so tired of dying. My sobriety gives me hope for every person standing on the street corner right now with a sign, and every person barely breathing right now in a trap house. My sobriety means a lot. It means the world to me and a lot of other people. So I'll just say what I always say: your recovery is bigger than you are. That's all I got.
I appreciate
it's not all I got. It's all I'm going to give you for now. We'll save some for another time.
I appreciate that. I can remember. I remember a lot of stories when I came here, and I can remember some of them that you had shared when you weren't sober, and I had a hard time believing them. Seeing you sit up here, the changes that you had made, the person that you described that you were to the person that you are now. How proud you are about your sobriety, watching your piece with BAC. Yeah, that was something that was amazing to see with your entire story from beginning until now. And the person that you are, one of the things that I really appreciate about you is the faith that you have and that you genuinely just want to share it. You are not one that tries to make anybody do anything or feel anything. You just want to share it. You don't tell anybody what they should do and shouldn't do. That has always meant the world to me. I appreciate you so much.
Thanks for the kindness, Kelly. You three look great tonight up there.
The rose.
We all agree with that.
Yeah, this is some of the community that I've been blessed to have for a long time, right up here. Yeah. It's I think something that has really worked for me, and I have always said that about being here. I realize that this place may not work for absolutely everyone, but it definitely has worked for me, and I think it's because there's always been a little bit of a wiggle room and a path on the way for you to do some of the things that might work differently for you than do for me or for Tim or for Ryan. One of the things that when I finally realized it was true, changed everything for me was the whole choice. The word choice. You completely have a choice. It isn't just an addiction that you have to do or you have to break or you just choose to just not do it anymore. And the mental health help that I received here to make that choice. And it's not a matter of, oh gosh, I can't be around alcohol anymore, I can't do this or I can't do that. It's just a choice that I'm just not going to drink anymore, and being more mentally stable that I don't choose to do it and I don't have to do it anymore. I love the word choice. For me, it changed everything.
Melissa?
Alright, autobiography in 5 short chapters. 1, I walked on the street, there's a deep hole in the sidewalk, I fall in, I am lost, I am hopeless, it isn't my fault, it takes forever to find a way out. 2, I walk down the same street, there's a deep hole in the sidewalk, I pretend I don't see it, I fall in again, I can't believe I am in the same place, but it isn't my fault, it takes a long time to get out. 3, I walk down the same street, there's a deep hole in the sidewalk, I see it is there, I still fall in, it's a habit. My eyes are open, I know where I am, it is my fault, I get out immediately. 4, I walk down the same street, there's a deep hole in the sidewalk, I walk around it. 5, I walk down another street.